يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبعث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله ما تسألون به إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. This is a important verse found in Surah An-Nisa, the chapter of women, recognizing the position of women, saying that, O mankind, fear your Lord, the one who created you from one soul, nafsi wahida, and created from that particular soul, created them a partner, male and female. Now we know that even the Bible, Genesis chapter 1 verse 26 and 27, God says there in that verse, the first chapter of the Bible, that He created everything, both male, everything, creation, both the man, male and female. So this is exactly what the Quran re-echoed from what was said in the Bible. That is not a new thing, it's not anew. Rather, it is something that is customary in the Quran, and that both male and female were created in pairs, equal in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He says that after being created male and female, then from them we have different many men and women coming out from them, which lead to the world today we have. That we have over 7 billion people, or more than that. And women are more. Probably women are 60%, men are 40%. Why? Sometimes it's even said in other census statistics that the women are 70%, while men are 30% due to the fact of war, crimes, and other activities that took place in the life of men. That's caused the reduction of men's population. But yet, women are recognized. Even sometimes in Islam, when we say men should marry more than one wife, when Allah says that if you don't do justice to the orphans, when to sit in Fiyatama, say Fankihu Matna Watulata Warba'a. But Allah says, when Khiftum Allah took it, if you feel like you're not justice for Wahida, marry one. So this is to say, if you fear, when you feel like you cannot do justice to them, you can marry one. But yet, Allah has given the room for a man to marry more than 2, 3, 4, so that there will be justice. Why? Because if you compare the population of women to men, women are more than men. So if, for example, all the 30 men, for example, to marry 30 women out of the 70 women, there will be left with 40 women, which will be stranded, and that will lead to corruption, facade on earth. So Allah is trying to create a balance so that there don't be facade on earth. So when people attack the Muslims, saying, "Oh, you people, you marriers of women, you marry many women, you gather women in your houses, all your deen is about desire of women." No, that's not true. We are trying to create a balance here. Allah is the one who creates that balance because He knows that population of women are more than men. Even the Bible tells us so in the book of Isaiah. It said there will be a time that women will be more than men. And even women will be crying to have the name of a man to be called a husband. The time will come. And we are in the era now that some women are complaining don't have husbands. Why? Because men are not coming in anymore. Most men, they are being engaged. Some are married, so they are left with people around. People that are left, they are not even capable enough to marry them. Some men are not married anymore. You see, for example, because of the economic hardship, societal norms, and other things happening around them. So that is the reason why some women are left unmarried. And with that, you cannot leave them like that because that will create a facade. That's why Quran created a room for that, for men to marry more than one, those who are capable. So that is not a way of putting women less. Rather, we elevate their status as well. We found in many passages of the Quran, we see that some women played a greater role. Example like Miriam. Mary gave birth to Jesus Christ. We see, for example, Asiya bint Muzahim, the wife of Pharaoh, which Allah has lifted her alongside some other women, the women, the leader of paradise. So these are status, mighty status given to them, which are not given to men. So we see that we Muslims, we give that prestige for women. We give women such prestige, such accolades. So the verse telling us that from men, from particular, so we created male and female. So it's a honor for them. So we do not devalue any woman, rather we praise them, we give them the reward there. But we do not position women above men. No. Some people say, for example, why do women only salah when time of prayer? Why is it always men who are called imams in a big mosque, or in a central mosque, or in a congregational mosque? No, the reason is that men naturally are leaders. Women are not leaders. That's why a woman in a house, psychologically, women are not built to be leaders. They are built to be followers. Men naturally are built to be leaders. That's why in a house where you have a husband and a wife, and the husband forfeited her right for the woman to be a leader in that house, that marriage will crumble. Because why? Women will see the man less, and that love for the man depreciates. That is the reason why a woman should stand on his ground as a leader to increase the affection from the woman. The woman appreciates and value and respect a man who leads. Because they are not born that way psychologically. They are not being given that nature of becoming a leader. So we cannot place women as leader. That's why even the Bible tells us that women should not lead prayers in the church. They should not lead congregations. They should not go to become pastors. Rather, they should go and learn from their husbands. This one in 1 Corinthians 14. Apostle Paul was addressing the congregation in Corinth. He said, women should obey their husbands, should go and listen to their husband, not go into the altar and preach. So it's not the nature of a woman to lead, rather the nature of a woman to follow. So we do not give a woman wrong position or status. We elevate the status as well, because we protect their dignity. Wearing of hijab is to protect the woman's dignity. Because when you expose the body of a woman in the society, it will create what we call openness. And when there's openness, there's no value. It's like when a man decides to buy Gary in the market and he sees that Gary is being packaged, he values the packaged one over the unpackaged one. Because you see the package, despite the price, even they tell you the packaged one is 5,000 naira and the unpackaged one is 1,000 naira. If the man will develop the love of buying the one that is packaged, because the packaged one to him is safer than the one that is being exposed to flies and other bacterial infections and all that. Please, my name is Sadiq on this platform. Become Islam. Thank you very much.